McConaughey plays the star of these books, and I want you to try to guess his name. I'm going to give you four options. Are you ready?
Okay.
Think about, picture Matthew McConaughey, sleeveless shirt, in the desert, glistening, arms folded. Are you ready?
What's up, guys? 2025 is the 20th anniversary of Joe Loves Crappy Movies, and we are taking a look back at some of the Joe Loves Crappy movies. So I think the next one we're talking about is Sahara, Joe, right?
That's right. This is strip number 4, Sahara, starring Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn and Penelope Cruz.
So I have never actually seen Sahara, so you will
Okay.
have to fill me in. I have no idea.
So what was it about Sahara that you weren't running out to the theater to see?
I mean, it was definitely not Matthew McConaughey because I saw How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Okay.
In the
You
theater.
did? You saw that in the theater?
In the theater, yeah.
I mean, I did too. I'm just surprised that you did as well.
Yeah, I am surprised also.
Okay, fair. This was officially before the McConaissance, though. Like, this is before he won the Oscar, and it's when he was firmly implanted in the romantic comedies. But he would then break out like every 2 or 3 years and do something like Sahara or Reign of Fire, the one where he shaved his head and fought dragons with Christian Bale in London. So he was making these reaches to be like an action star, and I think every time he made a reach, it worked. Like, the movies weren't successful, but the movies are good. They weren't successful financially, but they were successful in other areas, and I would include Sahara.
So what is Sahara about?
Okay, Sahara is about, oh god, I just rewatched this like a week ago, and I know I just said it was pretty good, but it's not good enough where I remember all the details. Or the bad guy. I was like, yeah, I have memory issues. So it has nothing to do with the quality of the film. He plays a character that is basically just an adventurer. He is trying to, I can't even remember what he's trying to find. I feel so dumb. Let's read the synopsis, and then I won't sound like such an idiot. Master Explorer, I'm going to cut his name real quick because I'm going to play a little game later. He goes on an adventure of a lifetime to seek out the lost Civil War battleship known as the Ship of Death in the deserts of West Africa, while helping a WHO doctor being hounded by a ruthless dictator. Is it okay to just say WHO when you're talking about the World Health Organization doctors?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember if I've only ever heard it pronounced as WHO or WHO. But did you say Civil War battleship and then Sahara, like
in the desert, in the deserts of Africa? I mean, it's not even like one of their civil wars. I think it is one of our Civil War battleships, which is ridiculous. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's based on a book, so how ridiculous can it be? So, okay, this is based on a series of books. The author's name is Clive Cussler, and it's a legit series. It's just 27 books. I think there was one made last year. So it's for real. Like, we're not reading them, but there are tons of people reading them.
There are somebody reading them.
Somebody's reading them.
Not
and
us.
The star, McConaughey plays the star of these books, and I want you to try to guess his name. I'm going to give you four options. Are you ready?
Okay.
Think about, picture Matthew McConaughey, sleeveless shirt, in the desert, glistening, arms folded. Are you ready? McConaughey plays the star of these books, and I want you to try to guess his name. I'm going to give you four options. Are you ready?
Okay.
Think about, picture Matthew McConaughey, sleeveless shirt, in the desert, glistening, arms folded. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Is his name Mac Turner, Dirk Pitt, Gator McCluskey, or Chance Boudreaux? Mac Turner, Dirk Pitt, Gator McCluskey, or Chance Boudreaux?
Those are all ridiculous names.
They're all real names too. I looked up a few before. They're real action names.
Those are all, even so, all ridiculous names. I'm going to say his name is. I really want to go with Dirk Pitt.
I love your instincts because they're exactly right. This guy's name is Dirk Pitt. and it seems like a made up name. I mean, obviously it is because it's the made up name for the book, but like it is like if you had a dartboard of manly names and just started throwing darts, you'd be like, yeah, Dirk Pitt, that makes sense. Just for Mac Turner was a name from Escape from LA. Gator McCluskey was Burt Reynolds from White Lightning, and Chance Trudeau was Van Damme in Hard Target.
Uh,
Um, but McConaughey is Dirk Pitt, and even though I can't remember the details of the story so well, I will say that he and Steve Zahn, who plays his partner in crime, uh, have great chemistry, are fantastic in the action comedy mix em ups. And then Penelope Cruz, who plays the love interest slash doctor who's trying to save people. There's two stories collide. It's kind of weird. She is also very good, and this is also at the beginning of her sort of taking off. The movie itself did not do well. It was plagued by all kinds of behind the scenes drama. One of which was the author of the book suing the company that was putting it out.
okay.
And the company had such high hopes for this movie. They were like, this will be our next adventure series, like The Mummy, or they're going to be their Indiana Jones. And they were ready. I mean, it's 27 books. They were ready. Like, even McConaughey was like, let's do this. He was really on
Or
board.
you tell him 70.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But it just lost money. It didn't work out. And the author suing the company because they didn't give him. I watched a video about this, and it was like they didn't give him final approval, or he was supposed to get final approval of the script, and they gave him like a fake script, or not a fake script, but they just gave him stuff with what he wanted in it, and then just didn't shoot parts of it. So he sued them, and it was a mess. And he's vowed to never let one of his books be made into a movie again. So no more Sahara. When I saw it 20 years ago, I liked it enough where I was like, oh, this is fun. But watching it 20 years later, there were some issues. Like I said, the actors are great, the chemistry is great, the action's really fun too, and it's good vibes. It's like, someone brought a Leonard Skinner tape to the African desert. But part of the story involves a couple of white dudes coming into an African country and being like these like white saviors, which is not
Okay.
the best look. It's like watching it now, I was like, ugh, that's not great. And they're all like, thank you so much for helping us, and it's like, but the real thing is the way that they had to help them involved them killing a lot of other people of color. And I was like, this is not like the good vibe. The Leonard Skinner has gone to a completely different direction. Like the vibes totally shifted, and it was a little awkward. Um, and also the movie's maybe a little bit too long. And the plot is apparently not memorable. But if you're open to it, there is fun to be had here. Like the action scenes are great, and um, I mean McConaughey is fun as an action hero. Even after he won the Oscar and sort of his career started to take off, he didn't really do action roles after that so much. Not like this. Not pure like serial adventure action. So it's a part of his career we never really got, other than these few little blips. But it would have been cool. Like if this had turned into his James Bond, I would have been on board with it. It would have been fun.
It's fun. So you said you rewatched it recently, right?
I did. I had not seen it in 20 years, and then we were making these videos for the first few, and I didn't rewatch Sin City. I didn't rewatch Fever Pitch, but I feel like I was really familiar with those. And then I got to this one, and I was like, oh, Sahara. What happens in that movie? So I was like, all right, if I don't know if we're gonna be talking about a movie and asking people to watch it and give us their attention for 5 to 10 minutes, then I better do
Yeah.
some homework.
So I'm assuming you do not own this in any way, shape, or form.
I don't, but I was I've always been a huge collector of physical media and movies. So like, if this had been the right price at Blockbuster, I would have been like, sure, and I would have got it, and I probably would have watched it once or twice, and then it'd be on the shelf collecting dust.
What is the right price for Sahara?
Oh man, okay, so I saw the Blu-ray for like $3, $4. You get
Instant
that
buy.
$3 or $4? Sure.
What if
Yeah.
it's 4K?
Yes, of course.
But
Three
what's
bucks.
the price
Oh,
for 4K?
see, I don't want to go to 5 for Sahara because I know it's one of those movies where like I might I might watch it one more time in my life. But I if they're not going to return to Sahara, why should I return to Sahara?
That's fair.
Hmm.
All right. So I have one more question for you. So if somebody wanted to watch Sahara but couldn't, what would you recommend instead? Like something the
That's a
same
great
similar
question.
vibe.
Well, it's very Indiana Jones. It's very um, Brendan Fraser mummy movies. Without the monsters, ooh, and the flying. Yeah, I was gonna say Indiana Jones has monsters of its own. This is more grounded. It's also really, it is very much trying to be like those kinds of movies, but it also has another other vibes to it. There's a movie called Flight of the Phoenix. There's an older movie, and then they did a remake with Dennis Quaid, like maybe 20 years ago. I don't know if I did a review of it in Joe Describe Movies, but
We'll find out.
we might find out. Yeah, we might get to it. Uh, but that's the same vibe, sort of just like good old boys in the desert, just trying to do their best. But watch the Mummy. The Mummy's fun.
All right. So cool. So that was Sahara, Joe's Crappy Movies number 4. So check it out on digitalpimponline.com. Be sure to follow for more of these in the future. And if you have any other movies if you have watched Sahara or you've listened to this and you think another movie might be similar, put it in the comments below.
Yes, please.
All right. Well, until next time, guys. See you later.